Never in doubt, people. Never in doubt. Aston Villa 3, Club Brugge 0, 6-1 on aggregate. An absolute cooking session in the second half. And let's be honest, we didn't really get out of third gear as Villa booked themselves into the quarterfinals of the Champions League. You know it, people. You know it. Champions League is coming. PSG awaits us, and let's get into this match reaction. Hope everyone is well. Smash the like button for that Villa win tonight. Let's get 50 likes on this reaction, and of course subscribe to the channel and get in the comments. Are you ready? Are you happy? Who impressed? Are you ready for PSG, and are you dreaming big like I am? Because I'm telling you now, people, no word of a lie, the receipts are online. I said this season Aston Villa will get to the quarterfinals of the Champions League before a ball was kicked in any football this season. I said quarterfinals of the Champions League, and I also said Villa will qualify for the Champions League again. Well, let's dream big. Let's dream big now. That's all I'm going to say. If I want my second prediction to come right, that Villa play Champions League football again next season, then we need to start dreaming big. PSG, we're ready for you. Because tonight again showed to me why this Aston Villa team is a different kettle of fish. Why this Aston Villa team is now a new dog, a new lion ready to pounce. Because our squad depth is sensational. Our squad depth is what is going to take us far in both these cups now. I'm telling you, people. I'm telling you. Dream big. Because the fact is, Marco Asensio and Marcus Rashford have added not just quality, but depth now in positions. When you can have Jacob Ramsey, Bailey, Asensio, Onana, Luca Dean, Disasi, Pau Torres, all on the bench, with no Donny Mallon, no Garcia, and no Ross Barkley, you're starting to ask, how good is this Villa squad? And it's starting to show. Since Marco Asensio and Rashford have been in, we have been nothing but exceptional, apart from that Crystal Palace game. And what happened there? Neither of those two started. Rashford and Asensio are the key for success. We have to get that locked in. And I also think that Morgan Rodgers' game elevates when those two are on the pitch with him. It was hard to watch that first half because Club Brugge weren't offering much of a threat. They weren't actually offering much of a threat. So Villa didn't really have to, come out of any gear or really have to throw any sort of proposition on the game. But second of all, for me, what I would say is that watching Morgan Rodgers have to stand wide right is something I don't want to see again this season. I want to see Morgan Rodgers in his best position, which is central, which he did in the second half and he came alive too. We got to see again today something of what would Villa look like without Ollie Watkins if he got injured this year. Absolutely fine is the answer. We scored 3 goals. Rodgers playing the false 9. Love it. It just gets the best out of Asensio. We all know that if Asensio starts, he plays the 10. So Rodgers now needs to either adapt and play as the wide right, which he looks uncomfortable in, or play as the number 9. Massive shout out to the defence today. Tyrone Mings and Concert is the partnership we all love to see. Those two are looking solid. Those two are looking brilliant together. And Ian Matson getting himself a goal. Again, very much and always has been an attacking fullback. Defensively questionable. But what does that mean for Villa, tonight? I think it showed the world again that do not underestimate us. 3-0 at home. That game could have gone badly wrong tonight if we conceded first. That could have been a game that we could have crumbled on easily. Instead, we put in a resolute performance, a professional performance, a job-done performance. And yes, they were down to 10 men for a large period of the game. But I don't care. We managed the game, we managed the expectations, and we managed to do what the job was, which was get to the quarterfinals of the Champions League. And I just think that Unai Emery is not stupid. He's looking at the Premier League table and he's going, okay, this is hard now to get top 4. This is hard. Villa will be lucky to finish 5th or 6th this year in the Premier League. We have to be real about that. But what Unai Emery can look at is there's a pathway to the final. There is no pathway that has been mapped out for him. Someone who is a meticulous planner, someone who loves to know details after details. Well, he's been given the details of who he needs to beat, how and when. And the next stop is PSG over 2 legs. And I don't want to hear from Liverpool fans that this is the hardest team they faced this season. I don't. because you're going to say that when you've been knocked out by them. What I will say is Liverpool fans probably are trying to tell us to respect them a bit more than they did. Put a little bit more respect on their name. Going to the Park of the Prince is going to be a very tough challenge. We have to stay in the tie. And that's our first game over there. Stay in the tie. Don't lose. Come home, but don't lose. And then we have to use Villa Park like we've done tonight. And I do think Villa Park, rightly or wrongly, whether people agree or disagree, will be the reason why Villa can have success in the Champions League campaign. If Villa Park becomes our fortress, if it becomes the noise of a massive cauldron, and if it becomes a place in which teams know that when they rock up at Birmingham and Aston and they have to face us, they know it's not going to be a given. It's going to be a tough ask. That's the environment a Villa Park needs to be. And Luis Enrique will not be stupid. He will know that. He will know that. And I'm ready for Villa to lay down that gauntlet. I haven't got too much to say about Club Brugge apart from he gave us a good game first leg, but tonight was totally pathetic from Club Brugge. And yes, the red card probably ruined it. But even in the second half, they didn't give it a good enough go for me. They didn't give it a good enough challenge to try and pull something back, especially with that aggregate scoreline. And to sit there in a low block at times, I thought was really poor to see. But look, moving forward for the Villa, as I said, eyes are now on this prize. PSG over 2 legs. That's all we should be preparing for. That FA Cup game against Preston North End and facing PSG, and that first leg is absolutely massive. Marco Asensio will have a story to play, no doubt about it. Unai Emery will have a story to play, no doubt about it. Both who have massive connections with PSG. Emery sacked from that club because he did not win this competition. Asensio, well, apparently he's not in PSG's plans going forward. Well, I'll tell you what, Marco, you can quickly remind PSG of what they're missing out on, because he, for me, is going to play a massive part in this. So, overall, how is everyone feeling? Do you think Villa now have what it takes to go toe-to-toe with PSG? Are PSG the perennial bottle jobs when it comes to this competition? They're the nearly boys. They're the if, buts, and maybe boys, I call, of the Champions League. Villa, we're fresh, we're hungry, we're ready to roar. I can't wait, people. I can't wait. What a night that was to experience again as a Villa fan, sat at home watching the game, knowing that this is another historic night, another historic season. And there's only us and Arsenal left in the English representation. Can we go the first out of all the English teams? I certainly believe. Do you? Big up to everyone. As I said, get in the comments, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Lots of Champions League build-up coming our way. I can't wait for it. And roll on PSG. Come on, baby. Let's do it. Up the Villa. I'm out of here. Ta